It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 Dick, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Not only our race runner-up, but our points leader once again this week. Increases that points margin, I believe, up to 183 points. Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Lowe's Cobalt Tools Chevrolet. Jimmie, you got that pit road speeding penalty early on. You've certainly made up a lot of ground, and boy, you're coming on strong there at the end. Your thoughts?
Man, I feel like I went 12 rounds with Tyson today. That was a long, long race for us, and I made that mistake getting onto pit road. I guess I think it was in. I've heard it was in and off pit road. I'm not sure where, but somewhere I was speeding and had to do that pass through on a green flag stop conditions, and you know, it just killed us. It just killed us, and we just fought back from that all day long, and we could make up some ground, but we could only get to 7th, 6th, something like that, and the cars were all pretty equal in front of us on speed, and we just kind of hang there and couldn't go anywhere. And Chad's call for tires at the end really paid off, and you know, we were able to make up a lot of ground and make a get a good finish out of today.
Thank you, Jimmie. If you could hand Denny your mic maybe and grab the other one. We've got our third place finisher as well. That's Denny Hamlin. He drives the number 11 FedEx Express Toyota. Denny had a strong run out there, led a lot of laps. Your thoughts about how things shook out today?
It was good. You know, our car was good. We worked it into a top 7 car early. Worked it into a top 5 car around halfway, and then after that, we just every pit stop got a little better, and started making up positions. And we knew if we could get past the 17 in the pits that we were going to check out. And once we got around them, our car was just awesome. It was really, really good. And you know, we looked good with 30 to go there. After the last pit stop, that was the best my car had ever had been all day. And we had that debris caution, and that just completely changed the complexity of the race. And it seems like it glazed over my rear tires, because after that I had no rear grip whatsoever. So just that's part of it.
Take questions now. We'll go upstairs first for a couple questions, and then come back down here. State your name, who you're with, for either Jimmie Johnson or Denny Hamlin. Go ahead.
Jeff Foot of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. This is for Denny. Just a couple of questions about on track. Can you talk about the restart there with Carl when he maybe made a little contact with you, and also the last lap with Jimmie when you got loose in 4?
Yeah, it's just you know, we struggled to get going on the restarts, which is fine, and we were still okay. But you know, the 99 was coming, and you know, I was probably in the middle. I think I was in the middle of the track, and you know, versus going high or low, you know, he hit us, and when it did, it knocked us down the racetrack. So you know, he chose what lane he wanted to be in when he hit us, and it just once you get the guy at the outside on the restart, it's over. It's just that second groove is really, really good for a few laps, and you know, once he knocked us down to the bottom right there, you know, it was over with. We knew we conceded that, and the only way to do it was to try to do it back to him. But our car just would not take off. It would not take off at all. And then on the last lap with Jimmie, he just had position on the outside, and you know, our car was really loose to begin with, and then with him beside us, I mean, we almost took him and myself out.
Staying upstairs for questions. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Jimmie, when you were flying past people after that last restart, did you even have visions of maybe even catching Carl? And also, did you just sort of, was it to the point that you almost ran out of laps to win the race, or missed a green-white checkered to win the race?
Well, I think that the circumstances really played into us finishing as good as we could. Carl was gone. I don't think I could have caught him. I missed the chance to pit with 16 to go or something, and a lot of guys pitted. Then we had a couple more quick cautions, and then we came because it was a single file restart with lead lap cars only, and that situation worked out perfectly. We were the first car back out on 4 after that, so I don't think I could have got Carl, and maybe a green-white checkered would have given us a chance, but he was so far ahead, and you know, I couldn't have got to him. And I have to commend Denny on his slide through turn 3 and not getting into us. got real close to him down the back stretch, and then poked out around the outside to get into 3, and it got him sideways, and I could hear him pedaling the car, and did a great job of saving it. So, up through the pack, I made it by all the other guys on the outside, just railing around good. But once I got to Denny, I just caught him at the back straightaway at the wrong time, and got him a little sideways.
Come back downstairs now for questions. We'll go to Bruce, then Jerry, then right over here. Go ahead.
Bruce Marr with SI.com. Denny, is the one thing about this car that you can get it in a slide and save it like you were able to today? Because there were cars kind of sliding around out there all day today.
Yeah, the pace was slow. I told my crew chief during the course of the day, the pace was so slow, I thought NASCAR was just going to black flag us all for not making minimum speed. We were running 34s something, mid 34s or something, and that's just a horrid pace around this racetrack. But yeah, I like it when you got to slide around. I like it when the driver's got to make up a difference, and this is a racetrack where you can do that. But it's just a product of we have a hard tire, so you're going to have a natural slide anyway. This track is very, very coarse, so not the whole tire is not on the racetrack anyway. You're running on top of the rock, so this track is it's very hard, but the car does make it easier it has so much side force. It's almost like a truck. You can, if you do get it sideways, you can kind of control it a little bit easier.
We'll go Jerry, then right here, then back over to Marty. Go ahead.
Jerry Bunkowski, Yahoo Sports. Jimmie, on the post-race TV interview, Carl was basically in disbelief. He didn't know you finished behind him, and he said he called you magic. What does that mean to you?
I'm just as shocked as he is. I thought we were going to finish probably 9th or 10th today, and that last caution came out, and I have to give Knaus the credit for making the call and playing a strategy right. So it worked out well for us, and like I said, I really thought that I was from a 7th to 10th place car, and with the guys behind me, I was in 7th. There's 3 or 4 of them right behind me on fresh tires. I thought I was in big trouble, and then that last caution put us back in place. So it just worked out.
We'll go here and then over to Marty. Go ahead.
Hey, Denny, Bill Kim, NASCAR.com. This is easily your best finish here at Atlanta, but obviously you kind of want a little bit more. So can you talk about kind of, it's kind of bittersweet. You get the 3rd, but you wanted so much more.
Yeah, it's frustrating. This has not been my best racetrack by far. It's a track we've run well here. We've run 3rd to 5th here before. Had a car capable of running 3rd to 5th, but had issues or had a power steering failure in the spring where we had a good car. But by the stats, this is a terrible track for us. So obviously that gets you excited. With 60 to go, I was thinking, man, this is the track. If we're going to win. We definitely did not put this on our calendar to go out feel like we had a really good shot at winning. We knew we could run well. It takes a really, really good car to win here. You really got to have a great car, and we had it today, and just let it slip.
We'll go Marty, then Bob. Go ahead, Marty.
Sorry about that. Marty Smith, ESPN Johnson. You were just talking about thinking you had a 7th to 10th place car. And you finished 2nd. I guess it's sort of a two-part thing, but they go together. You're 30th after the penalty. At that point, what is your goal? When you're 30th in the back of the pack and all that dirty air, what is your goal at that moment? And you already said you can't believe you finished where you finished, but a 7th place car and finishing 2nd with it seems to be what a champion is.
Yeah, I mean, we did our part today. I had fresh tires and got to the top side and drove the crap out of the car today, and Chad made a good decision to put 4 tires on it there at the end. So we had things working for us there that paid off, and it was so tough at the start of the race when we got that penalty. I did a good job of keeping my cool. Chad did as well, and we just set our sights on the first goal that we had to overcome to get back to a good finish, and that was getting in position to be the first car 1 lap down so we could get the lucky dog. So I'm running. Come to pit road. I think I was the 9th or 10th car on pit road, and my guys killed the stop, and I came out in the lead and had that, and then we caught the caution. So from that point on, it was just about staying on the lead lap because we were starting so far in traffic. It was tough to get going and fighting all the lap cars and that stuff. And then we got about halfway up through the field, and it was really trying to get a top 5. And at that point, we kind of stalled out at 7th and just kind of riding there. And then everything went crazy at the end, and we had the right strategy at the end.
Go back in the back.